What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, and today we're going to take an original Generation 1 1985 Search and Rescue Inferno. Now let's take a look. Cue the intro! Inferno loves being in the heat of things. It could be in a raging fire or in battle. He will sometimes even leave his post just to be out on the field. He'll sometimes rush into a burning building to save lives without a backup plan in case things turn out bad without a second thought. Because of Inferno's occasional willingness to jump into danger almost recklessly, Optimus Prime paired him with Red Alert in hopes that the Autobot can show Inferno the importance of sometimes staying at his station instead of just running off. One would think that with Red Alert being a fire chief's car and Inferno being a ladder-style fire truck, they would get along pretty easily. Unfortunately, the opposite is actually true. The way they deal with emergency issues is very different in ways that can put them at odds with each other. With his armor being made of ceramic plating, Inferno really isn't supposed to be on the battlefield due to his low impact resistance and being prone to breakage. So, here he is in his fire truck mode. Not bad. I think it's a Japanese fire truck. I don't remember ever seeing these, especially in the 90s to today. Never really seen any of them that look like this, so that's why I'm thinking it's Japanese in nature. I think it's a Mitsubishi, maybe? Fire truck. I'm not sure. I don't know cars, but I think that's what I saw on, like, the TF Wiki. Anyway, the ladder can go up and down and all the way back if needed. And then it has an impressive extension. Like, look at that. Just really big. Problem is, due to age, this section of my ladder is pretty weak. So, but then you get to the top part, it is stiffer than stiff. So, also the pegs on the sides of the vehicle, they're just suggestions. I think they are just totally worn down at this point. But anyway, here he is with our previous review of Hound. This is not a very good comparison because even though Hound in this mode is practically the same size as a standard Autobot during 1984, I don't know, it's just like, I don't think it feels fair, especially when you get into robot mode. But here they are. And then here's the backs, I guess. Like, we need to see the backs, but anyway, there's that. So, we'll put him to the side. Bring him up a little bit closer. I noticed that my camera does not like to focus with anything closer than this. And I think right now might be a little bit blurry. So, sorry about that. Just try and bear with me. I'm already at arm's length because there's this stick rod thing that adjusts like the rotation forward and back of the camera. And that's kind of jabbing me in the gut right now. So, essentially just bear with me. I'm trying my best. So, to transform him, he's already trying to explode into his transformation already. So, you unpeg the arms from these pegs, and then you shift him up and forward. Shift him out and forward. And then, you take this back part, flip the ladder all the way around for now, bring the back part back and up. It kind of just does it automatically, but there's a hook right here. This hook right here actually pegs in, slides in, fits in, right into these grooves right in here, and that upper part of the hook will actually just fit into these areas there. So, he already did it. Bring the front of the cab up. Then you rotate the feet around, like so. Bring down the arms. And sometimes the arms will just do this. But then you'll need to flip up the silver part. But sometimes you can rotate it, and yeah, this one's kind of doing it. And it'll just rotate the arm, but the silver part just stays put. Then you come to this back, rotate this around, like so, revealing the head. Then you accordion this double hinge down and up, so it's now in this position. And then you try and wedge this hook underneath this weird T-peg. And the problem with that is that it's really hard to do it because you're just trying to get this hook past this thing, and it's just like really hard. I've even like tried to fidget it, but because the head, there's not much clearance right here, so it's not like you can like dig it down and then back up. So it just really does not feel good. So let's see if I can get that. You got that. And then just bring the ladder all the way down. With me, I kind of like to make him a tripod a bit, just for stability, honestly. Because I don't know why him and Grapple both have a tendency for their heads to start swaying back. And so because of that, I just make that, and that kind of just prevents the head from going back any further than that. So we finish off his robot mode with a fist, like so, a missile, like so. Then we give him his iconic, but I don't know why they're iconic, but his iconic fins that go, actually in the cartoon they're up here, like connected like that kind of, but there's actually a hole right here in this armature that the arms are on. It actually goes into that hole and then kind of just angle it out and back a bit. At least that's what I like to do. I don't know, I just kind of like the look of that compared to just straight out or straight back, because if you have them straight back, then you're not going to see any detail. Straight out, honestly, I don't know, I just don't particularly care for it. I kind of like it in the angle. And I know that's just a personal taste thing, so. And then, lastly but leastly, he gets his rifle. And unlike my Grapple, he actually has a full gun that's molded correctly. So, I don't know if that was just a commemorative reissue issue with the gun, where they elongated the front, and then they thickened up this part too. I don't know if that's because of that or what, but this is the original G1 everything, so I'm surprised the chrome has held up. So, but for articulation, nothing in the head. Shoulders can rotate, but then they kind of get blocked there. But then he also has a butterfly joint right here. He does have an elbow joint. Technically, he's got wrist swivels. Then nothing at the legs until you get to the ankles. And then if you want, you can flip the ladder for reasons. So there he is for comparisons. Here he is with Hoist, which, remember, Hoist was pretty big. This is also the same size class. I don't get it. And because, honestly, this guy's really heavy. It could be just because the chest and the feet are die-cast, but he just feels heavy. This guy is lanky as a toy, and he's not that heavy. So, because I think the only thing that's metal on him is his feet. And even when it's his feet, it's just the bottoms of his feet too, about this bumper. The inner feet and the actual tops of the feet are plastic too. So this guy does not have much metal compared to him. And here is Inferno with Hound. So, yeah. Same size class apparently. Pretty much the same pricing. I don't get it. So I will just be worried when, like, our deluxes currently end up that size. That's pretty much gonna be a lot of issues. Inferno's accessories include 2 fists, 2 head wings, 2 wrist hoses, and his fire extinguisher rifle, which is great for firefighting, but not firefights. Oddly enough, when I first got my Inferno, it was the commemorative reissue. However, a long while ago, I found the original complete out at my local Goodwills for like only a few bucks. I think it was like closer to 25. So this is the original, and I just pretty much got rid of my old one. When I play with this Inferno, I just keep him true to his bio. I've been Nurdie J for Nurdie Boys. I hope you enjoyed this review for Inferno, and I'll catch you next time.